John Francis Pistorius III, if you don't get your butt back in here. Hi guys, welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. I wasn't, and then I turned it around with the last song. That was, yeah, that was amazing. You probably have no idea what I'm talking about if you're not watching Day of Premiere. You guys want Yako, you get Yako. Hopefully that's how you pronounce it. This is courtesy of our patron, John H., I believe. Thank you for your support, John. I truly appreciate you, my friend. We're going to be listening to two versions of the track Black Crow, written by Joni Mitchell for her Hajira album. It's her 8th studio album, released in 1976, written during a period of frequent travel in late 75. It reflects Mitchell's experiences on the road during that time. It is characterized as lyrically dense, sprawling songs and musical backing by several jazz-oriented instrumentalists, most prominently fretless bass player Jaco Pastorius, guitarist Larry Carlton, and drummer John Guerin. See, my brain almost did it there. And the second version is at the Joni Mitchell tribute concert in 2000, and it's by our boy Richard Thompson, the one and the only. We just saw his young self not too long ago. We finally listened to well, it was a Sandy Denny. We did a Sandy Denny track, and there was a picture, I think, but it wasn't even him, I don't think. So that's why it didn't look like him. Oh, yeah, let's go. I'm very excited for this. We haven't done any Joni in a little bit, so. And we did one track, but it was like her and CSN and John Sebastian. You know, I felt like that really wasn't, you know, her. But here we go. Let's do it. If y'all are not subscribed, please help a brother out. Click that icon right down there. I'd really appreciate it. Done? Okay, cool. All right, Black Crow by Joni Mitchell. 3, 2, 1.
There's a crow flying black and ragged, tree to tree. He's black as the highway that's leading me. Now he's diving down to pick up on something shiny. I feel like that black crow flying in a blue sky.
Wow. Yeah, that fretless bass sounds nuts.
I took the ferry to the highway, then I drove to a pontoon plane. I took a plane to a taxi and a taxi to a train. I've been traveling so long. How am I ever gonna know my home when I see it again? I'm like a black crow flying in a blue, blue sky.
Sounds like she's traveling, for sure.
In search of love and music, my whole life has been illumination, corruption, and diving, 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 diving down to pick up on every shining thing, just like that black crow flying in a blue sky.
Wow. Little Floyd in that guitar.
I looked at the morning after being up all night. I looked at my haggard face in the bathroom light.
Been there.
I looked out the window and I saw that ragged soul take flight. I saw a black crow flying in a blue sky.
words, but just so much imagery evoked. It's crazy. Or invoked, I should say. Sorry. You can feel like being on the road. I can't wait to see what Richard does with this. Wow. I was totally lost in that song. She is so good at that, man. Alright, Richard Thompson, Black Crow. This is in 2000.
Black as the highway that's leading me. Now he's diving down to pick up on something shiny. Feel like that black crow up there flying in a blue sky.
Pedal steel out.
I took a ferry to the highway and I drove to a pontoon plane. I took a plane to a taxi and a taxi to a train.
Drummer's getting down.
Traveling so long, am I ever gonna know my home when I see it again? Like a black crow, I'm flying. Blue sky.
Oh shit, let's go.
In search of love and music, my whole life has been illumination, corruption, and diving down to pick up on every little shiny thing. It's like that black crow, I'm flying a blue sky. I looked in the morning after being up all night. I looked up my haggard face in the bathroom light. I looked out the window and I saw that ragged soul take flight. I saw a black crow flying in a blue sky.
It's like a different song instrumentally, but the lyrics are the same.
Flying in a blue Thanks very much. Thank you.
Oh, she's there.
We have a wonderful house band here this evening. It's been a great pleasure to listen to them tonight. Let me tell you who they are.
Oh, thank you, Richard.
On guitar and pedal steel, my old friend Greg Leith. And also on guitars, Dean Parks.
Dean Parks, okay.
And on the keyboards, Jamie Muhobarak. And on drums, Kurt Bisquera.
He's laying it down.
On the trumpet, Mark Isham. On the saxophone, Bob Shepard. Let's hear it for our background vocalist, Wendy Wagner. Kate Markovitz.
Kate!
And Nikki Richards. Thank you. And last but not least, well, very least, our musical director, Mr. Larry Klein.
Oh, okay, I know Larry too. I've heard him before. Well, thank you for introducing everybody, Richard, because I didn't have a personnel list anyway. So there you go. There's your personnel list. Oh man, that was basically a whole ass different song, but it was still that was awesome. He totally like supercharged that song. It was almost like Joni's was a contemplative, on the road, you're on a tour bus in like North Dakota sort of thing on some highway, and you're just writing, and all you can see is blue sky, maybe like in Kansas or something, maybe not North Dakota. I don't know. I might have to go with Joni's version as my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. I think Richards was rocking, and he turned it up to 11 and noodling all over the place. I loved it. I thought that was a great interpretation of it. And it's funny to hear it with like almost like I don't know what kind of accent exactly it is. So I'm just gonna call it a British accent. I don't know where he's from exactly. You know what? I bet I could look. Because you guys have different like I can't even explain it. Let's see where he's from. Richard Thompson. There he is. All right, he's from... Oh, you little shit. He was born in Notting Hill, London, England. Okay, makes sense. So yeah, a British accent. And very interesting. It's like almost like a different interpretation of it, like the lyrics itself. Like it's still the same thing, but someone like saw it from a different perspective almost. At least in the feeling department and what he was going for. That felt like more of a... You're touring through Vegas or like Party Town, USA, and you're just getting like dragged from place to place, and you're playing a show, It kind of felt like a Bender sort of thing. That's what that one felt like. But the guitar is fantastic. I love the pedal steel in it too. And Richard was going nuts, man. That one solo there towards the end, that sealed it right there. I was like, okay, this is awesome. And like I said, I've only been introduced to him because of John, the patron who requested this, and the stuff that he requests, basically. And he's a fantastic guitarist. Like, I think we've only done a couple songs for him, and I don't think he was featured in that Sandy Denny, video we did. So we technically haven't done, Fairport Convention, right? That's what they're called. Yeah. I was gonna call it. What was I to call it? Oh my god. I was gonna call it a different band. Fuck, now it's gone. See, my brain. I'll think about something and then it's just gone, just like that. I feel like Joni's version. I'll go back to that. That was like from her Hajira. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. Album. Got tons of accolades. Yes, it did. All right, so that was track 2 on side 2. So it was Joni Mitchell on vocals, acoustic guitar, electric guitar. Anybody? No. Black Crow? No. Okay, yeah. So Yako, I'm guessing. I don't know how to pronounce it. If it's Jocko or Yako. Yako Pastorius on the fretless bass on Black Crow. Larry Carlton on electric guitar for Black Crow, and that's it. I think her version had a ton of feeling and emotion, as it usually does with Joni Mitchell. She can just write so well, and this was one of her more simpler, you know, kind of, I guess, poems or lyrics, whatever you want to call it, because she does poetry and stuff too, you know. So it definitely had a real circular feeling to it, because, you know, you're traveling, you feels like you're just, you know, spinning your wheels, going in circles or whatever, and you just want to be that black crow that's flying away, you know. And she succinctly put that image in our minds, or whatever it is, that put in my mind at least, with very few words, it feels like, compared to what she usually does. And she's very good at what she does, man. She really, really is one of the best writers I think I've ever encountered on here. And you can just go to Coyote, the lead single from this track, or from this album, and yeah, that's some crazy lyrics. I mean, the first time I heard that, I've only done the live version of it. I want to do the studio version of it really bad, because I loved that live one. But alas, we can't do that tonight. But maybe one day. I love that though. I think the guitar was great. Obviously, her vocals, they felt very yearning for something more in a way, you know. Like, she was very contemplative and very introspective, and that's what happens on road trips when you ain't got nothing to do. Before cell phones and stuff like that, I remember those days when I was a kid and teenager and stuff like that, and I didn't have a phone. We'd go on road trips or a flight or something like that, and would you talk to the people around you, or you just go off and do your own thing and just sort of, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's traveling is a very introspective deal. It really is. And it's sometimes it's good for the soul, because I went on a road trip the end of last year, you know, and went to Florida, went to Kansas, went to Colorado. I drove all over the place, you know, and I really needed that just to get away, you know, and get some alone time in my head and work some stuff out, you know. And I came back, and the channel's been taking off ever since, you know. We're kind of going through a rough patch right now, but I think it's because I got a copyright strike right now, so it is what it is. We'll be all right. We'll be all right, right? I hope so. But thank you again to John. That was a great duo pick right there. Like I said, I'd have to go with Joni's as my favorite, but I definitely did enjoy both. I think Richard, yeah, he killed that, but Joni takes the cake for me. I think that is it out of me, though, guys. Thank you for watching. If you have any other recommendations from any of these people that played today or in this video, you know what I mean, leave it down below. I'll definitely add it to the list or check it out, because I love Joni, and I have a whole playlist of stuff. If you want to watch it, I'll put it right there. Yeah. I don't know why I keep doing that. Stop doing that. Patreon, right there. Oh, that's a picture of it. There's a link in the description. If you join the $15 tier or up, you get one free request a month. Join any of the tiers. You get access to all of our block videos, full album reactions, and our patrons-only Discord. We'd love to have you. Come hang out. And there's also a PayPal as well in the description if you want to send a tip or request in that way. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm out of here.